These are some materials that we ordered for our teachers. Many of them had an organization system, but some did not. So we decided to go ahead and make sure every teacher had binder and dividers. We have an artist here on campus, and she made this for us, and we just love it because we're going to data dialogue like a boss here at San Jacinto. This is one of the things that has really helped us this year, and in fact, it helped us a lot last year, reaching 5 out of 5 distinctions. They had some great systems in place, but one of the things that I feel that became a lot stronger last year was data dialogue. I learned that.
So what data goes in there?
This is going to be data from all of their assessments that they take this year, whether it's a Friday assessment in the classroom, but mostly we get together and we conversate about the bigger 6 weeks assessments, the simulations, the semester tests, and we need to figure out where our kids are so that we can individualize their instruction for intervention, but also whole class. What are we going to reteach to the whole class? What are we going to focus on during intervention time, like tutoring or pullouts that these kiddos go to? And we also need to keep in mind our kids who are ready, our advanced learners who are ready to move to the next step, and making sure that we align more rigorous projects for them to keep helping them grow and to make progress as well. And so these binders and dividers are really going to help our teachers out, just keeping their system together and having everything in one place so that when we do get together for our data log conversations, everything is nice and neat and organized, and we can look back at previous data and not just the one in the moment.
Okay, this is a student's data folder, and they keep track of their individual data and their reading passages, but this is the key part of their data. So for every simulation test, they break it down by TEK. So their vocabulary, foreshadowing, characterization for every single TEK, and they break it down color coding. And so then they take their areas of weakness, and we just started this week where they decide how they're going to practice on that area. So this is, for example, vocabulary. So if this student is 50% or below in vocabulary, then they come to this folder, and they're going to then practice from vocabulary.
And these are like little vocabulary study cards. Okay.
They are, and I took them straight from the STAR release passages, cut them up and made them, and they have a recording sheet where they keep their data. Wow. And then they come and they check with an answer key that I have, and for every one that they miss, then they get private tutoring from their teacher. And then they keep that. When they finish, they will then put them in the folder, and we just started this week, but they'll keep them in their folder as evidence.
And they keep all of their assessments in their folder?
They keep their assessments in their folder and until it's time to send them home.
Now I noticed this real special board that you're creating.
Yes.
What is this?
Okay, I call this my war room data, and we just changed it, and so we're in the process of putting it together, and my kids and I are. And so it's new, but this represents the number of kids I have in the classroom in 5th grade total, and every TEK in 5th grade. And so this is how many kids have mastered at this point in the school year this TEK. So vocabulary right now we're at 44 kids have mastered the TEK. Theme, we're at 52, and poetry, etc. And so we're in the process of putting this board together, and when we're done, by the end of this week we'll be done, and we'll have every single TEK. And so as the kids are working on their data here, then we're going to continue with our data board, and we'll have a simulation next week for the full-blown test, and then we'll update the board again.